Hi, my name is Eric and welcome to the channel. I thought today we would discuss, you know, how to accomplish things in our daily life. So, how do we set out to accomplish things? How do we view other people that are successful? Do we decide to sit on the sidelines or do we decide to get into the game? Because I can tell you, getting into the game is a lot harder than sitting on the sidelines because you have to provide an effort to get up and at least try. See, I was always taught that it's not a failure if you tried. What's a failure is if you never tried, right? We've all had rough roads because there's no easy road. An example would be, somebody that's, inherited or has a large trust fund and never worked a day in their life. I can tell you right now, that money is not going to make them happy. They do not appreciate anything. Nada. But the guy is out there trying to do something that maybe he's making minimum wage at the most. In my eyes, he's successful. He's working hard to try to better himself. And that's anything in life, whether it's, you want to be a great musician, a artist, a politician. Well, maybe not a politician because they're so full of crap, but somebody in office, a successful business person, a successful mom, successful dad. Any one of these to become good at it requires hard work. And anybody that tells you that it doesn't require hard work is full of shit. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some examples of, let's say people that have just got the, you know, knack for drawing or playing instruments or singing. You know, it, yes, but they're few and far between, and most of them aren't looking at us. That they're not looking at that as goals of what they want to achieve. It's their way of expressing, where other people can express better to one-on-one with people. These folks are a lot of times hard for antisocial type, or it's hard for them to socialize, but it's easy for them to express in other ways. So how do we get what we want out of life? How do we become successful at anything or good at anything? I mean, we've all gone through feeling depressed, just wanting to. It just the pressure's too much. I can't take it anymore. You know, but the best thing you can do today is say, everything in my past is in my past. It does not define me. It does not tell me who I am. You may not be proud of your past. You may have things that you weren't too happy about, but don't let that define you. Because the only one that's stopping you today, because let me tell you, I'm 60 years old, and the 0 to 60 has gone by really fast. It was going really slow when I was in my teens because I wanted to be drinking age and have my own money and this and that. And then when I hit my 40s, I didn't know what direction. I felt like I'm starting to get behind. and now I'm 60. I do not identify or define myself by my past. I define myself by who and what I want to accomplish today. And sometimes just simply writing it down, making a list of things you want to accomplish, and then check marking them off when you're done. And I would advise, don't get crazy with your lists. Make your list so that they're doable, but stick with it and get as many things done on that list as you can in that day. For a stay-at-home mom, it might be cooking breakfast, cooking lunch, making lunch, cooking dinner, doing a load of laundry, got the little ones to home, try to get some picked up. Every one that gets ticked off that list is an accomplishment. And what I found is the more we do good accomplishments, the better we become at them. Does that make any sense? That's just like the pianist. The first time they sit down at the piano, they're looking at keys. One finger, blink, 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 blink. But if they're shown what each key is, and they're shown how to read music, and they put it in their head, they're going to try at least half hour to an hour a day of working at learning what music is, learning the keys of the piano, learning how to read notes in the music so that you can play. Eventually, in steps, you will become a good and then a great pianist if you stick with it. Guaranteed. But most people can't get by the first sitting down in front of the piano because they're their own worst enemy. I can't do this. It's too much. And that's the worst thing you can do is shut yourself down. We are our own worst enemies. If we would just sit down in front of it today and just blink for half an hour, the next day, sit down and for half an hour have somebody show us the keys and the notes. And then practice that a half hour each day. And then the following week have somebody show us how to read music. You see where I'm going with this? It's a progression. You can't, it's, it's not vertical. Nothing is vertical. It's horizontal over time. You get better up the scale as time progresses. Does that make sense? And to me, it doesn't matter if you are battling with a mental health disorder or you're not. It's going to take hard work on your end. But I can guarantee you at the end of the day, you will feel better about yourself. And it doesn't matter what it is that you personally want to accomplish. I know that you can do it. I just got to convince you that you can do it. Because too many people sit on the sidelines and become pessimistic and they find reasons to fault somebody that has been successful. And they try to give them reasons why they're successful and you're not. And the only reason you're not is because you're holding yourself back. Yeah. What I would recommend for any of you guys listening is that we're all in the same boat. To do anything that requires energy is work. I mean, sometimes just getting out of bed. And, for someone that is suffering from depression, you know, what would be my list when I was depressed? Uh, getting out of bed, getting out of bed, getting a shower, getting out of bed, getting a shower, brushing my teeth, getting out of bed, taking a shower, brushing my teeth, getting dressed, out of sweat instead of being in sweats all day. See, it's a progression. It doesn't happen overnight, but if you make a list and make it so that it's attainable, you can still function even though you have depression. I mean, it's going to be a little harder. I know it's going to be harder. Just to do mundane tasks that most people don't even think about. I did, and I still do. And I know that how hard it is just sometimes to get out of bed in the morning. But this is for anybody in life that wants to feel good about themselves is define yourself today, not your past, today. Look at people that you look up to and that you would like to be, and start working steps towards doing what that person would tell you to do. And if you make it a regular thing, you will get better at anything you want to in life. So, on that note, start today, guys. Not too late. I'm going to start today too on some other things that I would like to do. And I'm 60. You guys have a great day. Hey, thanks so much for watching.